Okay.
So shall we get started? So I am here to
Yes,
give
sir.
a small demonstration on Java and what are the different
Okay.
capabilities of Java and why Java is actually used and why it is so such a popular language and how is it useful for our career. So what are the different career options available in Java? So let's discuss briefly for about some 20 to 30 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. So
Okay.
let's have a brief discussion
Okay.
of Java.
Can you explain the classes and testing also, sir? For testing only Java now.
So we are discussing only about Java for now.
Okay. Okay.
So let me share a screen to you before I start.
Okay.
So do you have what is an idea or do you have an idea about software actually? So what exactly is a software? So we'll just see and let's have a brief discussion about what exactly is a software and why software is used and why and how Java can come into the picture of this software. So what exactly is a software? So if you can look at my screen, software is nothing but software is a set of instructions which can execute user's command and perform some tasks. So software is nothing but the software is an instruction that is given to a computer, right? The software is a computer program which runs on a computer. So we know about different softwares, right? We usually install Microsoft Office, Edit Plus, antivirus softwares on our computers. So what exactly is that software? That is an instruction. Software is an instruction that is given to our computer. So a computer program is a written instruction file, which is written in some programming language. Okay. So a computer program which is written in which is written in some programming language. We call it as software. So Java is one such software that we are discussing about. So why do we need a software again? So we know what is a software. Software is a set of instructions. So what exactly does a software do, and why do we need a software? So every computing device has two parts. That is a hardware and a software. So we all know about this. What is a hardware and what is a software? So a computing device may have different hardware devices like a hard disk, mouse, keypad, and RAM, ROM. So these are all called hardware. So the other examples of a hardware are CPU, RAM, hard disk. So as you can see in my presentation, so motherboard, mouse, keyboard, all these are hardwares. The hardware devices cannot work together, so they cannot work on their own. So they need some help to work. Actually, to make it work, it has to work with the help of a software. It needs a software to make it work. So hardware will not work on its own. It needs a software. So software gives instruction to all these components and make them work together. So that is the use of a software actually. So we have a computing device. A computing device will have a hardware and a software, and hardware will not work on its own. And to make the hardware work, we need a software. So that is about the software. What is a software and why do we need a software? We have seen. So coming to software, so there are two different types of softwares. So one kind of software is called a system software, and the other kind of software is an application software. Okay, you may be knowing about the system software and application software. So what exactly is a system software? A system software and an application software. So let's see some of the examples of what system software and where system software is actually used and where this application software is actually used. So system software. So when we talk about system software helps to control and manage the hardware devices. So the system software, for example, so if you see the embedded systems, the programming for the chip, all these work with the help of the system software. So functions performed on a computer hardware is only possible with the help of a system software. So one such example is operating system. So operating system is a system software actually. So operating system is also a kind of software. So for example, Windows, Linux, Unix. So all these are different operating systems. When coming to mobile operating systems like Android, iOS, these are all different operating systems. We call them OS, right? So this OS is nothing but a software actually. So this kind of softwares are called system softwares. So system software helps in the file management, device management, error detection, and also they are used for memory management of the application of the device. So when it comes to device software, it is called a system software. So system software is one kind of software, and the other kind of software is, so we have seen that there are two types of softwares, right? So going back to our slides, we have seen two types of softwares which are categorized into system software and an application software. Now coming to, and we have seen what is a system software, and let us understand a little bit about application software. This is where this is important to us, because as a Java learner, you need to know about an application software also. So what exactly is an application software? Application software is used by end users to solve their problems. So it is installed on top of the operating system. So we have seen in our earlier slide that operating system is a system software. So our application software is installed on top of the operating system. So on top of our system software. So the examples of some application softwares are, so WordPad, Notepad. So these are some examples of word processing softwares. So we usually work with WordPad, Notepad, and all these applications in our everyday life, right? So word processing softwares, these are called application softwares. So, and another example is web browsers. So you will be working every day, you are opening browsers. So a browser is a kind of application software. Our Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, Mozilla, all the Safari, Opera. So these are all different web browsers. So these web browsers are also, these web browsers come into the category of application softwares. So another example is media players like Windows Media Player, and photo editors like Photoshop's, video editors like Camtasia. So all these are application softwares. So one such very important application software that we are going to use is Java application software, Java programming language. We call it a Java programming language. So we are now talking about Java. So let's try to understand a little bit about Java and why we choose Java as a career option. Why Java can actually shape your career. Let's try to understand how Java will be useful to us in our careers. So there are actually several reasons. There are multiple reasons. So we can say many reasons why we can choose Java. So several reasons are there to choose Java actually. So let us discuss only few of the important reasons why we can choose Java. So the first and foremost thing that anyone would like to choose Java is that, and why Java is also very popular language. The first and very important reason is that Java is a platform independent language, right? So it is one of the major feature of Java. Java is a platform independent language. That means it can work in any platform. It can work in a Windows platform. It can work in a Linux, Unix, Android. You talk about any operating system. It does not care about the operating system or the platform. It works on any kind of platform. So that is the reason it is called a platform independent language. So it works on different platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, and so on. And if you look at, if you search in the internet about Java, so if you search for the string called what are the popular languages currently in the market, or what are the top 5 languages in the world, top 5 software languages, or top 5 application programming languages. If you search in the Google, if you search in the internet, you will find that Java will be in one of the top 5 languages still. So it has been developed some 25 years ago, but even today in 2022, it was developed back in the year 1995, actually, by a person called James Gosling. But even today, it is still such a popular language. It is still considered to be one of the top 5 languages of the world, one of the top 5 application development software language of the world. So that is the popularity of the language. That is the reliability. That is the stability of a Java application programming language. Okay, so coming back to the features of Java. So it is easy to learn and simple to use, and it is an open source and free. What's the meaning of that? Open source means it is available free of cost. You can easily just download it from the internet and install it on your platform. Sorry, on your laptop or on your desktop. So it will start working. You can start working on the on your computer. And other important features about Java is that it is secure. It is a very secure language. It cannot be easily broken. Okay, it's for when working with very secure applications like banking applications, for working in the stock exchange, share markets. So for these kind of to develop these kind of applications, Java is always a preferable choice. It is a secure, fast, and most powerful language. So to develop, for example, there is one auctioning application. Okay, if you see crickinfo.com, so that is a dynamic web application. So to develop such kind of the applications which has very low latency and which are very very powerful applications, like for example, e-auction application. So such a powerful applications that you need to you will be seeing hundreds of updates on a page happening in a split second. Like the numbers will be changing automatically. So in the e-auction application, and for example, share market, stock exchange applications. So such kind of fast applications, the application with very low latency. So such kind of applications are usually developed with Java. So it has one more important thing about Java is that it has huge community support. That means Java is available all over the internet. So if you get any problem with your program while programming or during your development, if you face any kind of issue with your application, you can very easily find a solution in the internet. So it has many people, because nearly more than 5 billion devices are being used by Java is installed on nearly 5 billion devices in the world. So Java is a very popular languages, which is where that is #1 language, we can say, used by the developers all over the world. So that is the reason it has a very huge community support. That means there are different communities available in the internet who will be readily willing to help you when you are facing an issue. Just you post your issue in the forum, like Stack Exchange or Stack Overflow or Java Ranch. There are many platforms actually. So just post your question, and then immediately in some 1 or 2 minutes, you will be getting the response from the teams. So that is the reason it is called. It has a very huge community support. And one other very important feature about Java is that it is object-oriented programming language. We will be seeing about object-oriented programming language in the next slide. So Java is an object-oriented programming language. That means Java's programming style is, there are different types of programming languages. Some programming languages are procedural-oriented programming languages, and some are object-oriented programming languages. Like this, there are different types of programming languages. Okay, so Java is considered to be a object-oriented programming language. So we will see the features of object-oriented programming language in the next slide. So OOPS, or object-oriented programming, gives a clear structure to the program and allows the code to be reused. So it is a very effective programming style, actually, object-oriented programming language. Okay, so that is those are some of the very important features of Java, actually. So those are the reasons actually we have why we can choose Java safely. So you can choose Java as your career option also. So because Java is such a powerful language, still going very strong even after 25 years of its inception. And then Java is currently, so let us also try to understand where exactly Java is used. So before that, let's also try to understand a little bit about what is actually object-oriented programming style. So object-oriented programming, which Java follows, OOPS or Java object-oriented programming. It is faster and easier to execute. Java follows this OOPS concept, OOPS programming style. So OOPS is very fast and very easier to execute, It provides clear structure to the program for the programmers. That means the people who are developing the program, like for example, if you're learning Java, and if you want to become a Java developer, you can easily write a program. You can easily understand the program by just looking into the code. It is very simple code actually. Anyone can easily understand the code. So that is about Java. So compared to other languages, I'm just comparing with other languages. Compared to other languages like a C++ or VC++ or C language. So Java is very easy to understand. So OOPS helps to keep the Java code dry. What is the meaning of dry? The full form of dry here is don't repeat yourself. Okay. So there, the repetitions in the code can be drastically reduced with the help of OOPS programming style. OOPS make it possible to create a fully reusable application with less code and shorter development time. You can easily develop a Java application in a shorter span of time. So if you compare with the other programming languages like C++, VC++, or any other language, so compared to those languages, it is very, very easier to develop a Java application with Java. And also the development time will be very, very less compared to other languages. So that those are some of the benefits of using the Java. So coming to the history of Java, so we'll also let's try to understand a bit about what is the background of Java. So it's invented by a person called James Gosling, who works in a company called Sun Microsystems in the year 1995. And today it is no longer a Sun product, Sun Microsystems product. It is owned by a company called Oracle now. Oracle has taken over this Sun Microsystems. And then so Java is also now the product of Oracle Corporation. So Java is thus Oracle's trademark. So we, during the so currently more than 5 billion devices run on Java. That means for more than 5 million hardware devices or your devices like mobiles, laptops. So these are some kind examples of devices. So like this, more than 5 billion devices are using Java. And now, where exactly is Java is used actually? So where are we using this Java? Okay, so Java is used for various purposes. So Java is actually used for to develop mobile applications, especially Android applications and iOS applications. So some examples of a mobile applications is every day you are using WhatsApp, right? WhatsApp is one such mobile application, and Paytm, Google Pay, all these are examples of mobile applications. And Java can also be used to develop desktop applications. Like for examples of desktop applications are you see calculator in your laptop or in your Windows computer. So calculator is a kind of a desktop application. So an antivirus, which is installed on your computer, it is an example of a desktop application. So that's about a mobile application and a desktop application. To develop mobile application, Java can be used. To develop desktop application, Java is used. To develop web applications, very, very important web applications. In future, if you are a Java developer, you will be working with Java web applications. Some examples of web applications are, for example, State Bank, SBI. SBI is having banking site, right? Banking applications. When you open internet, you will log into your bank application. That is a kind of web application. And another example that we are using every day, Amazon, for example, Amazon, Flipkart, all these are web applications. So not only in the development of mobile applications, desktop applications, and web applications, it can also be used to develop web servers and application servers also. So Java can be used to not only to develop these applications, it can also be used to develop web servers and application servers. It can also be used to develop games. In gaming also Java is used actually. So Java is used to develop games which is played on mobile devices, or on your computers or on your laptops. So these are all the different applications of Java. So Java can be used to develop mobile, desktop, web application, and also to develop different games also Java can be used. So that is about Java actually. So Java is a object-oriented programming language. It is a platform-independent language, and it is currently considered to be one of the top 5 languages of the world. And it is used to develop various kinds of applications. Almost every kind of application can be developed with the help of Java, like mobile application, desktop application, standalone applications, web servers, application servers, databases. All these things can be developed with the help of Java programming language. So coming to the career. So you may be thinking how my career shapes out after learning the Java. So let us discuss a little briefly about what are the different career options if you learn Java. So the most leading companies in the software development industry are using Java as their primary programming languages. So take, for example, Accenture or Mahindra, Tech Mahindra, or any other Infosys. So all these companies are, if you just inquire in their companies, you will know that all these leading companies, they will be using Java as a primary programming language for most of the major applications. So they are using to develop online applications and other software applications. So the experience in this field lead to high rate of income. So as a Java developer, you will be earning a very high amount of income. High rate of income will be earned by almost every Java programmer. So Java training is, so reputed companies like TCS, Infosys, and IBM search for the individuals who have very good knowledge in Java. This is evergreen technology. Actually, Java is evergreen. It will not lose its shine actually. So Java is considered to be an evergreen language. So thus so that is the reason we consider Java training as a very important thing for any candidate to learn. So if you are aspiring to be a software developer, so Java is a very good option for you actually. So coming to salaries, the beginning level Java programmers, they usually earn about 2 lakhs to 5 lakhs per annum. So experienced Java developer can earn depending on the number of years of experience. So that ranges from 6 lakhs even up to 50 lakhs based on your experience level and based on your expertise and based on the company also. So the salary actually differs. So that is briefly about Java. You can become a web application developer, backend developer, standalone developer. So these are the different career options actually. So once you learn a Java and once you join a company, so you can become either a web application developer, backend developer, standalone application developer, mobile app developer, game developer, or even a graphics developer. Okay. So these are the different career options of Java. So that is briefly about Java. So now we have discussed what are the different features of Java, why Java can be chosen as our career options. And once you choose Java as your career option, what will be your career path? We have discussed it, and what are the different career options also we have discussed. So that is about Java side.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. So
Okay,
you have,
thank you.
you can ask.
Yes, actually, I'm interested in testing for your class. I also interested in Java also.
Okay.
Uh, from now, I have to interest in Java and both testing. I will ready to learn, sir.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Thank you, sir. Sai. Thank you for your time. Okay.
Okay,
See you
sir.
later. Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Okay.